When I emerged from the bathroom with my working overalls on,
Scheisse.
it sounded like Z was under the Buick, which was still occupying the first bay in the garage. Gabriel was standing on the far side of the vehicle. Relief flashed across his face when he saw me. He knows that Z won't hurt him, but Gabriel is too polite. As a result, he has to put up with a lot more of grumpy Z than I do. Hey Z, I take it that you can fix it, but it'll be miserable and you'd rather haul it to the dump and start from scratch.
Piece of junk. What's not rusted to pieces is bent. If you took all the good parts and put them in a pile, you could carry them out in your pocket. Even if you only had a small pocket.
I patted the car. Don't you listen to him. You'll be out of here and back on the road in no time. Z rolled so his head stuck out by my feet.
Don't you promise something you can't deliver.
I raised my eyebrows. Are you telling me you can't fix it? I'm sorry, I distinctly remember you saying that there is nothing you can't fix. I must have been mistaken, and it was someone else wearing your mouth. Z pushed himself back under again.
Rust bucket.
Come on, Z, she was a beauty in her day. I grinned at Gabriel. We women have to stick together.
Why is it that all cars are women?
Because they are fussy and demanding.
Because if they were men, they'd sit around and complain instead of getting the job done. It was a relief to do something normal. In my garage, I was in control. Well, Z was really in charge when he came in. We both knew who was the better mechanic, and he'd been my boss for a long time. That was the real relief. Here I had a job I knew how to do, and someone I trusted giving me orders. And the result would be a victory for goodness and order. Z? Are you all right? A wave of magic rose from the Buick. The whole car rose about 10 inches off the jacks, knocking them over on their sides, and shook like an epileptic. I backed away, one hand locked in Gabriel's shirt so he came with me. The car returned all the way to the ground, right on top of Z.
I feel better now. I would be even happier if I could hang the last mechanic who worked on it.
Gabriel, wide-eyed, was pulling against my hold as if he wanted to get farther from the car. I realized that it might be the first time he'd seen Z really work. It's okay. He's through now, I think. I let go of Gabriel's shirt and patted his shoulder. Z, I think the last mechanic who worked on it was you, remember? You replaced the wiring harness. Z rolled out again, and there was a black grease mark running from his forehead to his chin, where something had rolled across his face. A spot of blood lingered on his forehead, and there was a lump on his chin.
You may shut up any time you choose, Kindlein.
Then he frowned.
I smell cookies, and you look tired.
Z sat up.
What is wrong?
I made cookies. I saved a bag in the car for you to take home. I brought more with me, but the hoard is in possession.
Good. Now what is robbing you of sleep?
He used to leave me alone, but ever since Tim, he coddled me. In his own way. Nothing you can help me with.
Money?
Nope. Z frowned, his white eyebrows lowering over his cool gray eyes.
Vampires?
Z didn't like vampires much. No, sir. Nothing you can do anything about.
Don't you sass me, girl. I
immediately had a terrible vision of Sam chewing on one of the kids. I flung the door open.
Mama, he's got a gun!